focus on Canadian fashion, and of course there's a couple of times a year we get to do that specifically because it's World MasterCard Fashion Week, right at the tail end of it.
Yeah, we're at the tail end now.
But we wanted to make sure we could give a shout out to some of the amazing Canadian designers out there, because really and truly we're reaching incredible levels when it comes to Canadian design.
Oh, we are. We are indeed. And our first look actually is kind of exciting because it's from Pre-Loved. And you and I were talking during the break. I mean, first of all, Pre-Loved is celebrating 20 years.
Yeah.
In Canadian fashion, that's really a milestone to be able to say you've been in business and successful for 20 years.
Absolutely.
And why have they been successful? Because they really, first of all, they were the first people that really used recycled fabrics. I mean, in their initial days when they used to almost go to Goodwill and pick up old cashmere sweaters and chop them into pieces and remake them into skirts.
It wasn't happening at the time. They were doing it before it was cool, before it was in. So
yeah, so it's nice. And now they have a huge business online, which I also think, you know, just means that they're moving forward.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to talk to you about this one because they're calling this collection 20.
Yes.
And I said I was going to read this, which I never do, but this is so cute. The capsule collections include Scout's Honor, Staycation, and Desert Rock.
I love it.
All of which embody elements of Canada's natural landscape transformed into fashion. And I think that that perfectly describes, I mean, this is kind of how we all want to be on the weekend. It's just very casual, it's very comfortable. The river pants are going to be $54 and the chokr top at $52. Now, what we should also explain is because we're looking at pieces from MasterCard Fashion Week, we are looking at the spring collection. So these clothes are not available now. This is what the buyers and the press are out to see and what will be available in the new year. But
this is me on every single weekend, minus the big chunky jewelry, but that is me every weekend. Sneakers, jogger pants, and a nice shame-tucked sweater, and
as you talk about the jewelry, so this jewelry is from Jenny Bird, and Jenny is not only a great Canadian jewelry designer, I think she's one of the nicest women I've ever met.
Yes, she's sweet.
She's sweet and enchanting. She wears great glasses, so I totally relate to her. And I just, you know, so I should really make mention because we've actually done 3 necklaces.
Yeah, and
this
put them all together.
One.
Oh, nice.
With the 3 pieces. This is another, the fine chain with the molded chains on top. And then this is another piece that comes on a gold pieces under there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
We sneak down. So, you know,
jewelry
really
is
lovely.
a tough market. I mean, it's almost saturated. So when you can still come out with pieces that are this original, I actually met her for the first time. I've been wearing her jewelry for months in the bathroom at an event.
Yes.
And she said, "Oh, that's my necklace." I'm like, "No, no, no, that's mine." She said, "No, no, no, I designed that."
She would do that.
Yeah,
she's really lovely.
So
I'm glad we got to focus and have a look at her. Now, this is a line called Macage out of Montreal. I love it. They started years ago really as a leather manufacturer.
That's right.
And as the line has progressed, now they always sort of have a tribute to their leather. They still do leathers. But in this case, they've done a Cupra suede little, Cupra silk piece. I don't know whether to call that a dress, a tunic, just a long cardigan.
Everything.
It's a piece of everything, trimmed in leather. Now, what I love about this, I was saying before when we were backstage that I would love this with one of the season's leather bomber jackets over top.
Right.
I think this is one of those pieces you can have that just you incorporate into your wardrobe as a layering piece.
Yeah.
It dresses up all this black wardrobe we all tend to get involved with in winter here. And because it has a zip from the bottom and the top, you can keep the top closed up. It does have a drawstring at the waist, so you can keep it loose, you can keep it tight. It has a lot of flexibility, but it's very chic and very understated. But one of those, what I would call the favorite pieces. So you go to your wardrobe.
You're going to wear it all the time, right? Because you can do so much with it.
Also their handbag. Now this is the handbag that they call the Ruby. It's their best-selling handbag, and what I like, of course, we're all going into these structured bags,
Look
right?
at the detail on that.
But this is so beautiful.
That is so cool. It's a little arrow.
It's a little arrow, and you have to, it pulls out to open the bag, and it slides back in. So I think that there, thank you.
You know what? That's a good bag when you go on vacation. No pickpockets.
No pickpockets for sure, and I love the color.
Try and get that thing out without me noticing.
This piece is $350, and the bag is $395, and they'll be available online and at www.macage.com.
Gorgeous. Macage has absolutely gorgeous coats as well. A lot of them are such original, so definitely look online to make sure you see the whole stock. Thanks, Tanika.
And anybody going to Montreal, they just opened their very first retail stores. in Montreal, so you
Very
can go and see the
nice.
full collection there too.
This
so that's kind of
is
fun.
so wow, this look. Absolutely gorgeous. And I know we were talking a little bit about evening wear. If you really want to make a statement, I mean, this is a piece that you want. Or two pieces.
This is from Stephan Harrison. You know, Stephan, again, he's been around over 20 years. I mean, he's another one of those names in Canadian fashion that we come to rely on for good, classic fashion design.
Yes.
He's always done evening wear, I think, really beautifully. He embraces good fabric. He's used a French lace here, all beautifully sequined and embroidered, beautiful paillettes, but there's a variety of textures, little bits of velvet, and I love the sheerness. And if you don't mind just turning for us,
it's very strategically done, the sheerness,
it's very
right?
open at the back, so it's
gorgeous.
lovely.
That's beautiful.
You know what? Because obviously you really cannot wear this with a bra. So unless you wanted to do something very black, lacy, and make a point of it.
Right, make it intentional.
But I think that this French lace calls out so beautifully for our eye to go there that you don't want to take away from it.
Right.
So in which case, just a couple of well-placed pasties usually does fit.
Yeah,
just saying, girl to girl.
Make sure, no jumping up and down that night.
Yeah, just keep it clean.
Just no sudden movements.
And then I like this beautiful Pique skirt. This is a glorious piece of ecru fabric, but he's trimmed it in patent leather for the waistband.
Love that.
So I think that that's such a nice detail. It just sort of makes it really, this takes black and cream to a whole new level.
It does. It's gorgeous. It's a standout piece. You look at the pieces that we've had on today's show, and especially something like that, and you think, it's Friday night. So many of us are going to be going out on the town. Maybe it's going to be a nightclub with their girlfriends, or it's going to be dinner with their friends. But you know what it's like to get ready at home. You're blasting the tunes. You're having some fun. Maybe have a glass of wine or a cocktail.
I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, it's always fun. So what we've done is we are launching the Cityline DJ booth. It's going to be featuring one of the country's hottest DJs. It's DJ Lissa Monet. She's going to pump out playlists on Spotify, and you can link to them on our website. It's cityline.ca/DJ booth. So you can have a blast getting ready for your parties tonight. That's cityline.ca. Enjoy that. And thank you for this glimpse of Canadian fashion. It's just beautiful.